The leading influencer of purchasing decisions and retailer choice. That is, which retailer do I go to? What products do I choose? The leading influencer of that is not sales associates, is not Facebook or social media, is not advertising. It's ratings and reviews of retailer websites online. We are living in a cross-channel world where the impact of the internet is felt directly in the store. This is about what we would term unified commerce. And it's reshaping then the types of transaction and transaction devices retailers will need to have.
We have to move towards those new technologies. I think for a long time we sort of braced back against, well, we don't need mobile ordering app, we don't need, the cafeteria is right there, why do we need that? The way you can seamlessly interject yourself into their daily routine, the more loyalty and the more acceptance you're going to get.
What are you seeing in terms of the seamless interjection as well as this new shopper behavior that's changing things?
There's no greater intelligence that comes directly from the customer in order to interpret what their ideas are, what their preferences are, and what their passion is, so you can best tailor your approach and achieve that loyalty. It first starts with an envisioning session. So we'll sit down with technology as well as heads of sales operation, and understand what the current state is and what the desired state is in the future, but most importantly, understand the customer and the customer's habits.
We've worked very hard over the last 10 years as we've developed a retail system strategy, around moving to an enterprise solution. Some of our clients buy the equipment themselves, some of it we buy, some of it, we share the cost. So it's been difficult to convince them and other people, that you have to spend and resource to be successful in this area.
The question, gentlemen, of ROI. What were the types of things, Paul, when you were speaking to your management about the return on this future point of sale?
We're out there every day with consumers and customers that trust us with their money, and a lot of it is what is our return on their loyalty and their acceptance, because if they feel like we're doing things that are moving them in the right direction to make their lives easier, they're going to be more frequent visitors.
Customer loyalty is certainly one of those top measurable items. Understanding the customer and what their habits are. And a lot of that starts with what we call a clicks and people type of mentality. Yeah. We like to become very familiar with their sales process first and understand how that customer loyalty process works.
Understanding that sales process, I think that's a great point you made, Mike. But perhaps even more important in this era of multi-channel, cross-channel unified commerce is that of loyalty. Is the affinity that a shopper has to a brand. That affinity, as measured in a number of ways, the visits to the brand, share of wallet, all those things come into play, and that then leads, and Mike, I'll start with you, to this begins to suggest that for even point of sale, and Paul, you were suggesting this, even point of sale is increasingly a business issue as opposed to purely an IT refresh issue.
It's not like we can just remove the $20 million worth of invested capital in point of sale systems that are working very well. There needs to be some point of transition. But what we're seeing some of our customers start to do is instead of planting oak trees, they're planting acorns. And in this case, that is looking for some small victories, starting a proof of concept in a small collection of stores, and paving the way for a return on investment story to make sure it was a reliable platform to move the rest of the stores into.
We have data now to show us by region, by city, by location what people want to buy. We have a self-service station where, the guy who doesn't want to talk to anybody can go get his food, he can cash himself out at the kiosk, he's on his way.
Be intentional with how you innovate, and don't be afraid to fail and to fail fast. If we follow that mentality, to be intentional with our innovation, to look for some quick wins, and dig deep into either our local resources or your business partners, whoever those partners may be, to help you succeed or fail fast, but put those hypotheses to test and get out and innovate.